Hello, my name is Tracy Allen and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. We're going to have some garlic butter steak and potatoes for supper and some steamed broccoli. But I'm going to show you the garlic butter steak and potatoes and how to make those. So the first thing I did is I had purchased some ribeye steaks and I cut those, and it was about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds. I cut those up into about 1-inch cubes. Now I did trim away some of the fat so that we wouldn't have that to deal with. But I also then put a tablespoon of olive oil, and then I seasoned it with some steak seasoning. And you can use whatever steak seasoning you like. You can use Jack Stack, you could use Monterey steak seasoning, whatever. But I did that ahead of time. Also ahead of time, I took a large potato and I cubed that up after I peeled it and put that in cold water. And that needs to set in the cold water for 15 to 30 minutes just to get those starches working a little. And so now I have a tablespoon of olive oil in my skillet and it's heating up so I can cook my steak first. So I'm going to sear this, so I want it good and hot. I'm going to sear my steak on about medium to medium high for 2 to 3 minutes, and then flip it and do it another 2 or 3 minutes. And so I will go ahead and sear that here in a second and show you that when it gets done searing. So one side of my steak is seared, and I flip that, so I'm going to now add anywhere from 3 to 4 cloves of garlic and let that continue to sear on the other side. Once that's done, I'm going to remove that from my pan, and then my potatoes are ready to go in, so I'll show you that. So our steak is nicely seared, and I removed that from my frying pan. And now I want to add to this pan, I did drop the heat to about a medium. And to this, I want to add a couple tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to add those potatoes that we had soaking and then I drained them. I'm going to add that to our butter. And we're going to saute these until they're tender. That should take 15 minutes or so, give or take, depending on your stove. Potatoes that I've cubed up. And you can add some more of your steak seasoning that you had on your steak pieces, or you can just use seasoning salt, whichever you would rather do. And this is just to taste. You can always add more at the end if you find that it's not quite enough. But I just want to saute these until they're starting to brown and they're tender. Our potatoes are nicely browned and fork tender. So now I'm going to add my steak pieces back in, and I want to cook this another minute or two to get those flavors to blend. And then you can garnish it with parsley, and it's ready to go. So garlic, steak, and potatoes. Those cook to marry them together a little, we can eat. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.